Today is day 4 of my hard 75 of daily uploads, and things have already went sideways. But time heals all wounds, I guess. Sometimes waiting for healing feels like being stuck on the longest buffering screen. Um, and you're just sitting there like, okay, any day now. I'm ready to feel better. But it doesn't ever load, does it? The grief is crippling. The perpetual boredom on one side or the anxiety on the other is just there sitting with you. So I get it. I definitely get it. I'm Soul. I'm your energy healer and guide in doing the inner and outer work to be the best versions of ourselves. Today, we're talking about what we can actually do while waiting for time to do its magic. Because, yes, time is a healer, but you don't have to be stuck in the waiting room like Beetlejuice to feel better. There are things we can do right now to feel more at peace. So let's talk about energy healing. The type of energy healing I do is body talk, breathing, and even the sound of your own loving voice can start shifting things today. Not months, not years, today. We have to get rid of this myth that time alone um, heals. There's other things we got to couple it with, like time and presence is what heals. Time and self-compassion, time and intention. And yes, time can dull the sharpness of pain, but what if you're tired of white knuckling your way through the healing process? What if you need nothing more than some relief right now? You're not wrong for wanting that. Don't feel shame, guilt, thinking you're impatient or ungrateful. You're just having a human experience. And humans have the ability to heal in real time. I'm going to go through 3 things I do daily, sometimes multiple times a day, because it can be done in little as a minute, up to 5 minutes. And towards the end, I'll demo it all together. First up is energy healing. Most of our wounds and pain aren't just physical. We know that they can be energetic memories the body holds on to, and we can shift that energy right now. In the work I do, I've seen people go from overwhelmed to regulated inflow um, in just a few minutes. Not because we erased the past, but because we changed how the body holds on to the past. And when we release these old traumas, trapped emotions, just energetic crap, the body can heal. Your body already knows what it needs to heal. And it's just waiting for us to finally listen. So there are 2 options here. You can ask your body yes or no questions to get an answer. And or if you rather not talk about it, maybe you're just done and over it and just want out. And when you have moments like that, you can just do the body talk cortices technique. I've done an extended video on how I speak with my body and the cortices technique. I'll put it somewhere wherever YouTube will let me. Um, So when we ask and listen, the body does answer. And this brings awareness to those hidden patterns. So the process is quick, non invasive, and it always goes at your pace. Nothing forceful, no reliving the trauma. It meets you where you are. So if you're at a place in life where I don't want to talk about this, I don't want to think about this, it just hurts too much, and I want nothing more than to just move forward. Start with a Cordyceps technique. A big part of the Cordyceps technique is our second thing here, which is breathing. And I'm not even touching on breath work today. Just the simple act of breathing, properly breathing enough for an energetic shift to happen. We know that slow, deep breathing regulates the nervous system. In weight loss, we know that a percentage of losing fat comes from breathing, comes from our exhales, our carbon dioxide. In traditional Chinese medicine, there's a saying where there is no movement, there is pain. So when you are deep breathing, every cell in the body is breathing as well, which creates movement, which then releases the pain from that single breath, right? So think about this. If you heal in this moment, then you carry that healing into the next moment, breath by breath. And before long, you're actually healed. And this last one saves so much time and effort. And that is a personalized recording of statements like affirmations, ask-formations, catchphrases. I've got a video on this too. We don't always have the capacity to be positive enough for ourselves. Sometimes we even struggle with just being neutral. This is where recording is that next level piece for me. Recordings and energy work really bring things together because we can always breathe. As long as we're alive, we are breathing. But these other things make the breath work count. These recordings are an opportunity to speak with self-love. It is a soundtrack for your brain to download the better version of yourself. Remember, maybe you went through this, but remember being an angsty teen and listening to an entire album in the dark, and then like an hour later, you emerge from the darkness and we're like, whoa. We can do that with a personal recording. So, right, record it once and it will forever be available to you. In many of my videos, this one now, you'll see me with these bone conduction headphones and I'm listening to my recordings. So those are the three things, and we're going to transition now into that demo. So I've got my recordings going. Taking a deep breath here. And I'm doing a full body scan of myself, feeling for any pain in the body. And my intention, I'm going to keep it to just one pain spot today. Okay, it'll be my left knee. And at this point, you can stop here and move on to the Body Talk Cordyceps technique. But for the demo, I'm going to ask myself a yes or no question. So it's my left knees where I'm feeling the pain the most. And we're going to ask the yes or no question. Can this pain be released right now? Okay. So this is fun. On the demo, I got a no. I muscle checked for it, but you can also use your senses to feel for a response. In my mind's eye, I actually see like either a red or green card, red for no, green for yes. And so I got a no on my left knee. So I'm gonna go to the second spot where I feel the most pain. And that's the like there's a knot in like my left back right here. So I'm gonna ask that question. Can this be released right now? All right, so green card. So I got my yes. And at this point, I'm going to start breathing and I'm going to transition to that Cordyceps technique. So when we do the Cordyceps technique, we're going to use both our hands. We're going to put one hand at the base of our neck right here, and we're going to tap overhead, heart, and our tummy, our gut area. And we're going to continue to deep breathe. We're going to move that hand forward along the head, tapping and breathing, moving that hand forward. As you can see, my hair is in a ponytail today. Doesn't interfere with this process. And then I have my hand here right over the top, and I'm just going to tap right on top of that. Moving forward. Helping that pain release right now. Moving forward once more. Okay, a little bit about the technique. We're going to put our hands on both sides here. And when we tap over the head, we're bringing attention to the body mind, to this pain. When we tap over the heart, we're asking the body to save these changes. And then when we tap over the gut, we're asking the body to digest these changes and process them. So one more big deep breath. All right, and then I don't know how many minutes that took, but I'm going to highlight that time right here of how long it actually took. And alternatively, you can skip all of that and just do the Cordyceps technique, which can be done in about a minute. Right? You don't have to wait for some big dramatic day where everything makes sense, where the stars align, where we've got rainbow vomiting unicorns. We're not waiting for that. We want it now, and we can have it now. Yeah, just let time do its thing. But knowing that you have control, when you have control when you actively participate in your healing. Because healing doesn't start when the pain is gone. Healing starts from a single intentional breath. If you're in the thick of it right now, I hope this helped you. To get you started, all the videos that I mentioned are in a playlist with relevant healing sessions. I also shared my recording list in the description. There's no email required on that. If you want to swap emails, I have an additional item there, which is a 7-day total body mind reset, where I email you daily a 1-minute recording using the Cordyceps technique over a week. So happy healing. See you in the next one.